Howdy, y'all. How are y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing excellent today. I have been doing great. It's another flaming hot day here today. We've been working in the yard all morning and we came in and took a rest. And now the house is kind of quiet this afternoon. Only, let's see, there's a Howard. And everybody else, I think, is napping. I think the rest of the house is napping. So I thought I would take this opportunity to share my journal with you guys. It's getting fat. I've been using it since the 1st of November, and each one of these represents a week. And it's more than 6 months now. I've got all of these weeks. One of them is just a page because I didn't do much one week. So it's just a page. But yeah, I'm almost filled this notebook. It's almost time to go to a new one. Okay, so today I'm going to be sharing from Friday, May the 6th until, let's see, Friday, May the 13th. Okay, so let's see what I got up to over the last week. So Friday the 6th was cloudy and hot with a high in the mid 80s and a low in the mid 60s. Today is for shopping. I didn't need much, but still, prices are so high. My few bags of groceries cost close to $100. So I decided to make a video showing what I bought and how much it cost so that others could compare their prices to mine. I enjoy watching those videos when others make them, and it helps me appreciate the way things are here. You know, that's true about almost every video I make and share with others outside my local area. Um, Sharing with others helps me appreciate the things that the way things are here. Oh, I got my little pen here. Okay. After grocery shopping and filling up the Jeep with gas, that's also getting very expensive. I spent $50 and it was already over a quarter of a tank full. But again, I know it is more expensive in other places, and that gives a little perspective. I decided to stop by and see Virginia on the way home. We both remarked on the high cost of necessities, and we had a nice visit. I brought her a loaf of homemade bread and a big bag of chocolate chip cookies, also homemade from scratch. And the grandkids, especially Karaya, really liked my cookies. We wished each other Happy Mother's Day, and she told me about the get together her family was doing for the ladies. A big fish, excuse me, a big fish fry, and the men were doing the cooking, and I thought that was just perfect for Mother's Day. Yeah, all the mothers were told not to cook anything, to just come, just show up themselves and not have to cook. And I thought that was a great idea for Mother's Day. After our visit, I went and picked up Slim. We came home and made burgers on the grill, relaxed, planned what we wanted to do this weekend. We want to do a lot of things outside, but decided to narrow it down to one major project. So, Saturday, the 7th, it was partly cloudy and hot. Um, the high was in the high 80s, the low in the high 60s. I'm sorry if my camera is kind of wiggledy. I've been weed eating all day and my hands are still kind of shaky from using that weed eater. Got up early, had a coffee morning with Slim, then we got busy loading up tools and supplies we needed to work on the area down the road where our trash box and mailboxes are located. It's something that often gets put off or forgotten when we're working outside, so that's our first project. Not only did we mow and weed eat the area, but I treated a huge mound of fire ants that had built up around the base of the mailbox, and we got it looking really nice out there. We sure do. Okay. After a break and bite to eat, we went back out and began working on the dishes in the area around the driveway. We did get a lot done, but it wasn't very long until my hip was hurting pretty bad. I think it was the swinging motion I was using while weed eating the center of the road that made it start hurting. I don't know for sure. But as I haven't used a weed eater very much, I figure that's a pretty good guess. Yeah, and I think that was it, because the more I use the weed eater, the more I can tell that kind of swiping, swinging motion that you use that's starting to bother me. So I have to do a little bit and then take a little rest. Okay, so we went in, got a shower, and rested. I took some Dawn's backache pills. They helped quite a bit. I hadn't been able to find them for a long time and just about decided they'd quit making them for one reason or another. But the other day, Slim found some at the Walmart on Texas side. They work well for both of us, even though his pain is muscle and mine is joint. I'm probably going to pick up an extra box next time I'm there. Let me show you what I'm talking about there. Hold on, I'll just get them. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Dawn's Extra Strength Backache Pills. And they look like this. They come in a card with, I don't know, 6 or 8 of these on there. And it's an NSAID, but it's not Tylenol or ibuprofen, acetaminophen, naproxen sodium. It's not your normal over-the-counter NSAIDs like Motrin, Tylenol, Aleve, that kind of thing. It's something different. Magnesium silicate tetrahydrate. I don't quite know the difference between all them drugs, but what I do know is this product really works, and I had a hard time finding it for a long time. And finally, Slim found some the other day in the pharmacy of Walmart over on Texas side. And Texas does carry some products that you can't find on the Arkansas side, like this, and also like there's certain pesticides and other stuff like that that Texas just will let you have a stronger version of stuff than a lot of the other states do. So if you have this available at your store and you have joint and muscle pain in your lower back or hips, these work great. I can't brag on these enough. They are a great product. Highly recommended. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, there's a big guy. Hey, Lambu. Hey, buddy. Everybody's sleepy this afternoon. It's been so hot. So this was Sunday, last Sunday, partly cloudy and hot, high in the low 90s, low in the high 60s, and it's been in the 90s all week. Still a little achy from yesterday, so I was a little slow getting around. I sent and received many lovely Mother's Day greetings with friends and family, and after an impressive amount of very strong coffee, I headed back out to work on the driveway and the ditches. Slim brought down all the tools in the Jeep and encouraged me to sit and rest in there while we were working. So I kind of worked in spurts with resting in between and often sat down for a while. I had completed the whole west side by myself and it looked great. Slim, of course, had been clearing the other side and had cut several small trees and had a good sized brush fire. We waited until it had burned down a bit and went inside to get ready. This evening we decided to go out for dinner for Mother's Day in Texarkana. I knew everywhere would be busy. It's always busy on Mother's Day. In fact, when I worked at Cattleman's, that was the only Sunday all year that he was open. We wanted to go to the Olive Garden or the Outback, but there was a 2-hour wait. So we went to a favorite Chinese restaurant instead, and I really enjoyed it. I love Chinese food. They had all my favorites on the buffet, including fried calamari and shrimp, and they had a good salad bar with lovely dumplings and a variety of desserts. I ate way too much, but it was delicious. Slim and I enjoyed ourselves very much. I didn't eat as much as it appeared because I got like a salad plate, and then I got a plate with shrimp and calamari on it, and then I got another plate with a few little dumplings and a piece of fish. So it looked like I had 3 plates of food, but it really wasn't that much. Anyway, it was very good. And I was kind of glad the other places were packed because I really enjoyed eating there. I always like a really good, fresh Chinese food buffet. So Monday the 9th, mostly sunny, high in the low 90s, low in the high 60s. Another hot day and so humid. But I don't have to worry about it because all my work is inside today. Over the past 3 days, I've been very busy shopping and working outside and going out and about, and this house is a mess. Normally, I am very good about doing a few things every day so nothing gets behind, but this last weekend, I didn't do anything. No housework at all. And we were in and out and eating and drinking and taking half a dozen showers, and dishes and laundry stacked up on me. So today, I must get all caught up on cleaning because I'm out of everything: coffee cups, clean towels, you name it. Yeah, when I get busy outside, I kind of just let the house go. And yeah, so this we were real busy all weekend, so I definitely had a lot of housework. Willow had been absent all weekend, and I was happily surprised to see him this morning on the porch when I took out Slim's lunchbox. He looked like he had kind of a rough weekend, and he ate every bite of the double serving of food I gave him. He's sleeping in the shade now. Typical male. Stay gone all weekend, partying and chasing women, and come home Monday morning tired and hungry and pitiful looking. He is pitiful looking, y'all. I feel sorry for him. He looks like he's been in a couple of pretty tough fights. He's lost some weight and he looks real scraggledy, but if he'll stick around and not go chasing them women, I'll try and get him all looking sleek and fat again. I made quesadillas with avocado salad for supper, and me and Slim played My Little Universe together on my phone for a while. We both really like that game, and it's offline, so it doesn't take good signal to play or save. And that's fun. So we stayed up too late playing. Yeah, it's the online games are fun, but when you have really crappy signal, they're not as fun. They're kind of frustrating. There's my new cup. Thank you, Vern. Also, I got my orange nail polish on. Also, orange toes. Orange toes. Summertime, gotta have orange toes. Okay, moving on to Tuesday. Mostly sunny. This was the 5th, and we had a high in the low 90s and a low in the high 60s. Went outside this morning looking around at mushrooms and flowers. The stargazer lilies are blooming now. They are so beautiful. I made a short video of some things I saw, and I went around picking up sticks so that Slim could mow when he gets home. And then I saw a snake. It could have been one of those huge brown lizards that one of those huge brown lizards that Slim calls a scaly bar lizard, but it sure looked like a snake. So I put my sticks on the burn pile and I went inside. I don't think I left too many sticks, but I was done regardless. I'll explore after he mows. Yeah, those lizards they're probably as big as this sheet of paper long, and they're fat. They're like this fat around, and they're brown, and they look like a snake to me. And if they're in the tall grass, I can't see their legs. They freak me out and make me think they're a snake. Slim calls them scaly bar lizards. And there's a lot of them around here, and that's probably what that was. And they're, harmless. But I'll tell you, just if it looks very much like a snake, I'm freaked out and I'm ready to go in or go somewhere else or get away. So I decided to run to the store this afternoon, grab a few odds and ends for the house while he mows the yard. It's nothing that couldn't wait till later, but I want to get it out of the way, so that'll be one less thing to worry about, and maybe I can upload a video too. Yeah, I have to wait till I run to town to upload any videos. If I have one that's like a couple minutes or less, I can put it in the back room in the window and like leave it all night uploading while I sleep. And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. So I was going to plant my tomatoes today, but the snake, okay, possible lizard, scared me off, and I'm now planning on doing it early in the morning tomorrow when it's cool and the grass has been neatly trimmed, thus reducing the probability of me encountering a wily serpent in my garden. And I'm also going to plant the dogwood tree as well. And if I have the energy, I'll do the sunflowers tomorrow too. I am a procrastinator. Y'all, I am such a procrastinator. And I did get the plants planted and I got the sunflowers planted, but I have not got the tree planted yet. It's doing good though. I mean, it's fine in its pot. I just got to get it in the ground. Okay, Wednesday the 11th. Hot and sunny again. It has been hot and sunny all week. High in the mid 90s, low in the mid 60s. And when I say it is the mid 90s, that's with a huge heat index because the humidity is almost 100%. So miserable, just miserable. Got up and around early this morning after, after Slim left for work, and I went out to my little garden spot and planted my 2 tomato and 2 pepper plants. I was going to do more like plant the dogwood and weed the grape bed, but the dang mosquitoes were so bad I had to go in after I got my plants in the ground before they carried me away. And that's true. They were terrible. I also got a gift from Willow this morning. I sure did. He had killed a fat field mouse and left it for me on the front porch. Me and Slim both praised him and gave him extra food and a few treats. I was actually touched that our Willow brought us a mouse. He looks pretty rough since his last absence. He's down a couple of pounds. He has a couple new battle scars. So he's been living rough, and he came home to recover. Even though he's tired and hungry, he still brought me his mouse. I was so pleased and touched that our old Willow brought us a mouse like that. It was a fat little mouse, too. He brought a good one. No frog or nothing, just a good old fat mouse. And I definitely want to encourage that. We want him to hunt and keep mice and snakes away. Slim brought me flowers when he came home from work today. Look, here they are. There's my beautiful flowers. Oh, and they smell so good, those roses. The pink ones especially. The red ones smell good too, but the pink ones especially smell delicious. And these big old lilies right here, these suckers are huge. They're the size of my face, that big old thing. And they smell gorgeous too. They smell great. So yeah, he brought me some beautiful flowers. And he often does things like that just because. And I'm always so happily surprised. The flowers are so very beautiful. Red and pink roses, half a dozen of each, and some huge white lilies and a couple of sprigs of berries that look so nice in with the flowers. Yeah, let me show you, see if I can show you these berries. Look at that. I don't know what kind of berries they are, but they're so pretty tucked in here with these roses. There's some more over there. Such pretty little berries. I really like those berries. I hadn't thought about putting berries in a flower arrangement. It's real nice. So yeah, he brought me some flowers just because he's always doing stuff on just regular days for no reason. After we had coffee, we both went outside to work in the yard. He mowed. I used the weed eater. We got quite a bit done in the yard this evening before we came in for supper, which was Parmesan chicken legs, creamy garlic potatoes, green beans, and brownies for dessert. Yes, I used that new Parmesan ranch seasoning on some chicken drumsticks and roasted them in the oven. And y'all, that was so good. That chicken turned out good. Okay, so Thursday the 12th. Hot. High in the upper 90s, low in the low 70s. It was miserable. Today I planted sunflowers. 5 of them, as a matter of fact. I used the pots we made a couple of years ago from some 5-gallon buckets that we cut down and drilled holes in the bottom. They are painted to match the house, and they look better on the porch than plain buckets. I have them on the back porch from now, but I can move them if I think they need more sun. So far, they are in full sun most of the day where I have them now. They're the kind that produce edible seeds. So I hope that they will do well and I can toast some sunflower seeds at the end of this summer. I found an old bottle of catnip while going through some stuff in the laundry room. And so I sprinkled what was left into the cat's toy box and all around their main play area. And then I gave them the empty bottle to play with. Naboo loved it. He couldn't leave it alone. He drove it around the house with his nose all afternoon. It was so cute and funny. And I do have a video of him doing that. I'm going to show it to you guys. He put his little nose into the empty bottle and just drove it around the house. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I can't wait to show you guys Naboo driving that empty bottle around. So cute. Hmm. When Slim came home from work, he got on the riding mower and I got the weed eater, and we worked in the yard until it was starting to get dark around 8:30. We got a lot done. Probably 80% of the yard work is complete, and I'm sure we can finish it up this weekend and maybe do some more work on the ditches. Well, we didn't get to the ditches, but we did finish it up this weekend, and the yard looks so good, you guys, and it'll be all grown back in 3 days. But right now, today, at this minute, it looks really great. Okay, so Friday the 13th. I didn't realize it was a Friday the 13th till just now. Um, Upper 90s, lower 70s were the temperatures. Super, super hot. I was feeling pretty tired and achy this morning, so after I fixed Slim's breakfast and lunch and saw him off to work, I went back to bed. I slept until almost noon. I woke up feeling better, but not really up to anything too strenuous. So I just did a bit of housework and then decided to crochet for a while. I keep getting pulled away from it when I try to crochet at night. It's become big enough now that it takes about an hour to add 2 or 3 rows to the blanket. It's looking good. I love the colors, and Norma is convinced that it belongs to her. Okay, hold on just a second. Okay, so here's the blanket, and it's getting lovely and big. It's almost full-sized now. You can see I've got it folded up, but you can see it's a good big blanket. But what I'm doing to finish it up, right here on the edge, is I'm putting a ruffle. I'm adding a ruffled edge. Now, if I can work it out, I'm doing two stitches in every one for the first ruffle, and then I'll do 3 in every one for the second time around, and that should make a nice kind of ruffly edge. You can see it's starting to do it. It's starting to ruffle. And then when I get the ruffle like I want it, I'm going to go around with just one line of this beautiful Harvest Gold color and edge that ruffle with that. So that's what I'm doing with Voon's blanket, and it's coming along nicely. It's very, very big, and it's very, very snuggly. And I'll be sure and show it to you guys really good when I get it completed before I send it. But yeah, so I have completed, mainly the size of it is done, and I'm just working on this ruffled edge. So yeah, that's how the blanket's coming along. I'm very pleased with it. I think she will be too as well. Okay, yes, and Norma Jean thinks this belongs to her, and every time I get it out, she gets on top of it and starts making biscuits. You know how they smash on stuff. We call it making biscuits. I see Willow has joined the party. He's sitting there with Naboo. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yeah. How's it going? He's looking a little bit rough. He's lost a little weight. Yeah. What? What are you guys talking about? Yeah. Good old Willow. Sweet old boy. Yeah. Okay, so back to the, to be careful. Naboo will try and steal that blanket. He's a getter. He's a thiever. See, I told you. Look at him peeping around. Don't you steal my blanket, boy. Go back over there. Okay. We're almost done here, you guys. So far, so good with my tiny garden. There have been armadillo diggings around, but so far, none actually inside the garden itself. Still, I'll probably put up some of that low fence around the little plot. Maybe with the tomato cages and the fence, it will deter the armadillos from digging up my plants. That little plot is full of worms, so I'm trying to make it inconvenient to armadillos. Also, just having the 4 plants, I don't have to get out the hose and water them. My watering can holds plenty to give them all a drink. Same with the sunflowers. 1 can waters all 5, so that's handy. I don't have to drag that water hose all over the place this summer. I didn't go shopping today because I didn't really need anything. So I don't know when I'll get to upload my videos that I've recorded this week. We plan on staying home this weekend, but we may decide to go to town for one reason or another. Trying to go to town and go shopping less will be a lot easier when I have signal here and I can upload my videos at home. If not, I guess I'll try and get a couple of short ones up. Yeah, like I said, if I set my phone in the back room and leave it all night, maybe I can upload a 2-minute video. And that's it. This is all that's left in my sunflower book. A couple of weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And it is all fat with my experiences. And I want to thank you guys for joining me, as always, going over what I did for the week and what my plans for the next upcoming week. So it won't be long. We'll get a different journal instead of this one. And I think I'm just going to pack these down in a box for, I don't know what purpose, possibly to reread later or just to leave for my kids and grandkids. So thanks for joining me for my journal this week and all that I've been up to. And I guess I'll see you guys next week for another journal entry. Until then, y'all be sweet.